Hey, all right, it's time for the Liberation plane to land at the Chaos Airport. How about that? Hey, it's Scott Beebe, the head coach, the founder of the Business on Purpose platform, and just returning back from Social Media Marketing World 2018, San Diego, California, finally back home. And it was a long week. I started the week in Atlanta, coaching a couple of heroic small business owners there, and then flew straight from Atlanta to San Diego. And so I love doing both of those things. I love coaching heroic small business owners. I love being a part of conferences, seeing new things going on. Man, I love coming back home. It's one of the things I love. So I'm back home now, but I'm still reflecting on many of the things that I was able to see and experience last week. And one of the items that I wrote down here on my list that I wanted to make sure that I talked about, and that was the idea of spending time with people who are not like you. I'm going to throw some names out to you. Naren, Yigel, Mazin, Khalid. All four of those were guys that I spent time with. There were more, but those four specifically. Last week while I was at Social Media Marketing World, I spent time with native Indians, native Afghanis, native Israelis, native, let's see, where was the other, Russians, native Pakistanis, just in a couple of days, all by being at a conference, taking Lyft rides around town. There were a variety of settings where I got to be confronted with a variety of people. And one of the things that I've made a habit of, if I know that somebody is coming from somewhat of an Arab background, I will usually try to greet them properly with Assalamu alaikum, and which they'll respond, alaikum assalam. And one of the things that I've tried to learn is as many possible greetings as I can learn, because it immediately brings walls down. Not all the walls. There's still plenty of walls that are up. But it does bring walls down, and it allows you to have a bit more open of a conversation. And one of the things I want to really encourage you to do is start spending time with people who you don't see. I think it was Matt Chandler said, people you see in the mirror. People that you don't see when you look in the mirror. And so when you look at the mirror, stare at yourself, what do you not see? And the reason I want you to consider spending time with people who you don't see in the mirror is because challenge to our existing conviction belief is a healthy thing. When an oak tree is confronted with high winds, it allows the oak tree to root more heavily. It's still not lost its identity as an oak tree, but it's become more rooted in the conviction of its oakness. And so who is it that you're allowing to kind of come into your world, or you to come into theirs? Are you spending time with people who are not like you? Are you spending time with a Russian, with an Israeli, with a Peruvian, with a Brazilian, with a Nigerian, with a South African? Are you spending time with an Indonesian or an Australian, or somebody from the UK, or a French person? Who are you spending time with? And when you spend that time with them, are you working hard to try and lay your conviction on them, or are you taking a posture of listening and learning? Because I'll be honest with you, wisdom is usually found there. If you can position yourself in front of somebody who's not like you and you're willing to listen, doesn't mean you have to buy everything they're saying, but you're willing to listen, wisdom will creep in. And once wisdom creeps in, you become a better wife, husband, business owner, mom, dad, friend. We need to allow wisdom to seep in. Wisdom can only come from perspective. And people, if your name is Jim or Sue, people who are named Naren and Yigel and Mazin and Khalid, they're going to naturally bring perspective. And inherent within that, hopefully, a little bit of wisdom. Hey, I hope you'll take some time to spend with somebody a little bit different from you and get into a conversation, a true dialogue. Don't try to sell them on your conviction. Just have a conversation and see what comes out of it. Check us out, mybusinessonpurpose.com/vision. We'll see you right here next time on the Business on Purpose podcast.